In life, we often encounter obstacles and challenges that make us doubt our abilities. But remember, nothing is impossible if you are determined and determined. To become unstoppable, you need to have absolute confidence in your abilities and not let anything stop you. Imagine a life where no boundaries can stop you, where you are confident to face every challenge and keep moving forward. This is not a distant dream, but a real possibility when you exploit the potential within you. No matter how talented you are or how good you are, I don't care about either of those things. I don't care how much effort you put into improving yourself. There are specific instances in which things are not going to go as planned. There is no way that things are going to work out. There are instances in which anything that is capable of occurring will take place. There will be a knock at your door from the law of Murphy. How come? But I have no idea why. The situation is known as life, and you are required to deal with it. There will be periods in your life when you are in a rut. As is the case in sports, some of the most talented shooters are unable to make baskets. At certain points throughout the games, they experience a slump. If they are sitting on the sidelines, do they say things like, I just didn't hit a basket today? No, their execution is still going on. In the event that you are confronted with a challenge, I recommend that you do not give up. Stay occupied. Put your plan into action. Carry on with the activities that you are familiar with and that are successful for you. Continue to go forward when you have completed an assessment of your position in the circumstance. Stay occupied, stay occupied, stay occupied. In the same way that you should help yourself, you should also help other people, because what you give is what you get. When you want to forget about yourself for a while, you should look for someone that you can assist. See, there are times when the greatest thing to do is to simply be. There are times when you simply need to take a step back and look within yourself. It is a bow and arrow. You can't just take a bow and force it out of an arrow. That's not possible. We are unable to release the arrow. To release it, you must first pull it back and then let go of it. There are moments when you need to take a step back. Gather your thoughts, pray and meditate in order to refresh your batteries. Remove yourself from the situation. Give yourself some time to collect your thoughts and then return to the situation with a fresh perspective. When you're under the influence of the spell or the effect of what is happening, you should not operate. The next thing that you need to do is to engage the thinker that is already within you. You should not give in to the influence of your feelings. Despite the fact that we are emotional, you want to start learning how to control your feelings. They will take advantage of you if you do not exercise self-control and keep your feelings in check. In the same way as a god does, your mind operates on autopilot. Having said that, I really enjoy reading the book written by James Allen titled As a Man Thinketh. He makes use of the metaphor that the mind is comparable to a garden. You should know that weeds do not require any kind of encouragement in order to flourish. It is not necessary for you to water them. Getting some sunlight is not required of them. There is no requirement that they have productive terrain. As they sprout through the cracks in a sidewalk, they will develop. Do you agree with me? There are, however, specific methods and procedures that you are required to go through in order to cultivate exotic flowers such as orchids, roses, or any other type of flower. By the same token, you do not have to force yourself or motivate yourself to think negatively, to be depressed, to hate somebody, to seek revenge, to want to get back at somebody, to beat yourself over the head, or to be weighted with guilt. You may do all of these things without having to force yourself or motivate yourself. You don't need to exert any effort in order to accomplish it. Your mind is operating on autopilot. It will take care of that on its own. If, on the other hand, you want to start moving toward your own personal greatness, if you want to start actually enjoying a happy, successful, and healthy life, you have to be willing to go against the flow of things. It is necessary for you to be willing to exert your willpower and assert that despite this, you are in charge of this situation. Not only am I not going to let this bring me down, but I am also not going to allow it to ruin me. Because I am going to return, I will be more powerful and improved as a result of it. You have to make a proclamation on this matter. This is the principle that you uphold. You are advocating for the dreams that you have. Taking a stand for mental tranquility is commendable. You are taking a brave stance for health. You are going to make every effort to get it since you want it so much. It is not going to be simple for you to make a change. In fact, it is not simple at all. Everything would be done by everyone if it were actually simple. On the other hand, if you are truly sincere, you will make every effort to say, yes, I am going to change this situation. What took place, what went wrong, and who was responsible for what are all things that I'm not going to sit back and groan and cry about. It is my intention to take action in response to this circumstance. The following thing that is essential is to anticipate that things will improve for you because they are already improving. So you see, life is a cycle. This is not what you are. Whatever it is that you are going through at this very moment, it has not yet reached the stage. This has in fact transpired, merely to pass through, not to dwell. Simply put, it is going through. Knowing what is going on is the most difficult obstacle to overcome. This is a component of the thing that we refer to as life. This too will in due time, as well as keeping things in perspective and putting things into perspective. I was participating in a training session at a college, and it lasted for a total of 2 days. During the orientation that I conduct, as well as the training that I deliver, despite the fact that I am a motivational speaker, I also conduct processes in personal dynamics. These processes involve people going through changes that excite both the right and left hemispheres of the brain, which in turn enables them to view themselves in a different form. I carried out this particular simulation with these young children who were between the ages of 17 and 18 so that they could get a better understanding of how they make decisions and how they survive. During this particular simulation process, we had them complete it individually, and then collectively more than 30% of them wrote down that committing suicide was their first option in order to survive. The first thing that they noted was that the youth suicide rate has grown by a factor of 300%. This year, more than 5,000 people will put an end to their own life. How come? Why did it act in that manner? They provide protection. I stated that I was completely taken aback. What exactly do you mean? I asked. If nothing else, at least we would not be in pain. Then, after they had already committed suicide, they had the audacity to put down all of the other things that they intended to do after they had their death. I told Kadumbo, listen now, when you come up with a permanent solution for a temporary problem, that's it. The game is over. I meant it, and that's it. There is nothing that anyone has written that you are going to do. Seriously, this is the top of the line. There is no need to put your pencil down. See, a lot of us, because of our limited perspective of ourselves, a lot of us who begin to focus on difficulties and allow them to overwhelm us, we start to believe that we have no options. This is because we allow ourselves to become overwhelmed by the problems. Our belief that there is no way out of this situation grows. Again, there is always a method to do something. An answer can always be found. It is said that if there is a will, there is a way. Unstoppable. You have to make those kinds of declarations to yourself. I am unstoppable. That is what you should say to yourself when you shake the hand of somebody on your right and left. The situation will not bring me down. Also, if I am knocked down, I will behave in a manner similar to that of Leo Pascal. As you mentioned, you are going to experience some low points in your life. However, when you do, you will experience great lows. In the process of working on yourself, what are some of the activities that you can engage in during this time that you have available to you? Do some things for yourself, such as going on walks. Do nothing more than go for a walk so that you can indulge in some introspective thoughts about life and about yourself. Taking in the sights and sounds of the universe while taking in the aroma of roses along the route. Music that is uplifting and music that inspires you should be played. I just have a few treats to offer. As a means of reaching out to others and recharging my batteries, I make use of many tactics. The reason I am getting ready for it is because I am aware that there are going to be events that I am unable to predict. A friend of mine who was very close to me passed away recently. There was a plan that I had for myself. There are going to be days when you won't want to get out of bed. And I have books that I read that motivate me, and I have CDs that I listen to that get me fired up. Because of this, I have everything I need to get me through those times. That is all you want to do. Stay there. At times you will find that you do not want to leave the house. There will be instances when you are feeling horrible, but you won't. but I have no idea why. What exactly is the matter? No, I am not sure. Do not bother me in any way. But why did things take place? No, I am not sure. We refer to it as life. One more thing is to acknowledge that you are completely responsible for your life. Recognize that you are responsible for bringing yourself to the place you want to be, and accept the fact that you are currently in that place. It was claimed that there are two basic options available to us in life. We have two options. Either we can accept the circumstances as they are, or we may undertake the duty of bringing about change. As you can see, a great number of individuals are eager to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. What they want to do is talk about the issue that they are having. They are going to tell you their tale over and over and over again on each and every occasion that you come into contact with them. Not at all. Taking responsibility for your life is something you want to do. It is possible for me to get out of this situation, and I am going to get out of it. There is no way that I will willingly become a victim. According to George Bernard Shaw, there are two distinct types of people in this world. He remarked that there are three types of people. Those who are responsible for making things happen, those who are only witnesses to things happening, and those who are unaware of what took place. In addition, he stated that those individuals who are successful in this life are those who actively seek out the conditions that they desire. And in the event that they are unable to locate them, they create them. They are the ones that produce them. Therefore, in order to start moving forward and being unstuck, you need to come to the realization that the pattern of behavior that you have established is not working for you. You need to make adjustments to your plans, and making adjustments to your strategies requires you to reimagine your life and reimagine yourself. You have the ability to carry out that action. You are free to make the decision that you are going to alter that. You are not going to be a coward at this point. You are able to make the decision that you're going to give life a chance. You have the ability to make the decision that I will start living each day as if it were my last. You are the one who has the authority to make that choice. It is up to you to decide, but I'm going to work on myself and expand my capabilities. To empower myself, I am going to. Furthermore, all of these things that are occurring to me at this very moment are merely transient annoyances. Neither of them is more powerful than I am. This is my responsibility. Dear friends, the journey of becoming unstoppable is not an easy one, but it is the best one. When you believe that nothing is impossible, when you dare to face every challenge with perseverance and steel faith, you will find that nothing can stop you. Always remember, the real power lies in your determination and faith. When you concentrate on your goal and don't let any obstacles push you, you become an unstoppable force. Live every day in the spirit that everything is possible, and you will find that the world is full of opportunities for you to exploit and conquer. Start now. Trust in your abilities and never give up. Let every failure be a lesson, every challenge a chance to grow. You can everything you want if you believe that nothing is impossible and you are determined to pursue your goal to the end. Live with strong determination and confidence, and you will find that there are no limits that can stop you. Be unstoppable. Believe that nothing is impossible and start this journey right now. You can and you will.